January is 2021. You know what we had to do. Last time PTE said they didn't make any changes to the scoring system. But I said, I got to see it for myself. And that was 2021. It's a good time for people to start making up rumors again. So I asked my colleague, can you go and take the test again? So we booked it for this week. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to share with you, of course, what she got on the exam. And I'm going to talk about what I noticed, whether or not there were any changes or what's different about this particular exam. So let me put that on the screen. Y'all ready for this? Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is actually show you the score from the last time we took the exam and this most recent one. And the reason is because I want to show you first, the last time we took the exam was October 7th. And then exactly 3 months later, we took it again, January 7th. That was this week. And the reason why this is significant is because I want to make sure you understand that the approach we took in October and the approach that we took this week was exactly the same. Every single technique was exactly the same. We didn't change anything. And the purpose is not to show you that we got a high score. That's never the purpose of us taking the exam. I'm not trying to impress you with getting high scores. The reason why we want to show you this is because the way we did the exam in October, we used the same templates, same techniques. October and January, there's no difference. So between these 3 months, if anybody told you like, oh, you can't use the same techniques anymore, PTE has changed. Oh, you can't use the same templates anymore, or you can't use templates at all. Not true. Or they say something like the algorithm or the AI is smarter now. You have to do different things to pass the exam. Not true. If you see right here, we did not change a damn thing and we got the same results. Don't mind the 90s. It doesn't really matter there. It's more about the consistency, right? If I had gotten 60s before and I got 60s now, it would be the same. I'm just showing you consistency. And you can compare the enabling skills as well. It's consistent. So anything that someone's told you about changes, get that shit out of here. Now, let's talk about what we noticed about this most recent exam. I'm going to start off from the top with the listing, but I'm going to go over each score and explain what we noticed. First of all, this test was kind of difficult, and the reason was because nothing repeated. So I'll give more details about that. Now, as far as the listening goes, you can see that, of course, speaking affects listening, but the listening itself, the most important task, right from dictation, none of it repeated. There were 4 sentences. They're all new to us. We've never seen those sentences before, so that makes it actually a little bit more difficult. Now, you can see that it affects the writing score, and we got 90 in the writing as well. So whatever techniques we applied for right from dictation worked. And if we go into the reading, same thing. The reading is the most difficult module in the exam, and we're hoping for repeated questions. And this time around, we did not get any from the reorder paragraphs, reading fill in the blanks, or reading and writing fill in the blanks, all brand new. And what we did notice is there's more grammatical questions now, dealing with tenses when you're looking at the reading and writing fill in the blanks. We didn't see it as many before, but it was quite frequent on this one and gave you quite a few questions related to how you would use your verb tense. That's something you might want to get familiar with if you're not sure what perfect tense is, like present perfect, past perfect, or even passive voice. You need to know how the verbs are used. One thing we did do on the reading was guess completely on any type of multiple choice questions. Right? You have the multiple choice single answer, multiple choice multiple answers. We read nothing, 0. Once the question popped up, pick the answer and press next. And you see we were capable of getting 90 in the reading. So what does that tell you? That task is not important. Not just that task, both of them, all right? Now, when it comes to the speaking, same techniques. What you're mostly concerned about is whether or not templates still work, right? Hell, mother effing yes, it still works. Don't let anybody tell you something different. We applied templates in the speaking. Now, some of you don't even need templates, so that's not really a concern for you. But for those of you that cannot complete the speaking tasks, describe image and retell lecture, without a template? Hell yes, we can use templates, right? And then now when we get to the writing, most of your writing points don't come from writing, right? It comes from right from dictation, reading, writing, filling in the blanks. I've already talked about that. Now in the writing, did we apply templates? Again, hell yeah. If you look at the enabling skills come from speaking and from writing. And if you look at it, it's maximized. So all of the enabling skills that come from writing, most importantly, grammar, spelling, vocabulary, written discourse. If you look at grammar and written discourse, that's the biggest sign of whether or not your technique worked. And for every single writing task, we apply templates. So if anybody's told you that, nah, you can't use templates for writing anymore, look at the results. You can still use templates. The vocabulary is at 78, but vocabulary doesn't just come from writing. It can come from speaking as well. So I don't know why we're missing points in the vocabulary, but does it really matter? Does it really matter? Because we got 90 and everything else, right? So don't worry too much about the vocabulary, even the spelling, but we got 90 in spelling as well. Now, fluency and pronunciation comes only from the speaking. So as you can see, everything in the speaking is maximized. So there you have it. Like I mentioned in the beginning, between October and right now, nothing has changed. We did this test exactly the same way and we got the same results. So if you heard anything otherwise, it's up to you if you want to believe it. But like I said, I won't lie to you. I might be an asshole. I might be an asshole to you if you ask me a question that I think is silly to ask, but I won't lie to you. So one last thing is we took this exam at Sydney Olympic Park. Sydney Olympic Park uses the Andrea headset. I'm not sure what your preferences are, but I'm just letting you know. The last time we took the exam, it was at Pearson Professional Test Center in CBD in Sydney. And then this one was at Sydney Olympic Park. Both of them use the Andrea headsets. All right, that's it. I'm keeping it short these days. As you notice, there's no intros, no outros. I'm gone.